YouTube Brando here. So we did an unboxing on this gun the other day, and I'm going to tell you what, I went to the pawn shop to pick it up because I had to do my FFL transfer on it. It was shipped from Bud's, and I inspected the gun, or at least I thought I did, really well. Always do. Even brought it home and did an unboxing on the gun, and still never noticed anything wrong with it. It took me going out to the range with it and actually looking at it in the sunlight. You know, we have an outdoor range, so the lighting's really good. Opened it up, and I instantly, before I even loaded it to shoot it, noticed some stuff wrong with it. So we'll go over that here in just a minute. Let's open it up and show you what it is. If you've seen the unboxing, you've already seen it, but this is their standard bore Derringer kit, and it comes with 4 barrels. You get the 22 long rifle, 22 mag, 25 and 32 auto. It's black with mother of pearl 2.4 inch barrel. Cobra also sells a big bore kit. It's 32, 38, 380, and 9. And they also have long bore, which is 45 long Colt, I believe. I'm not positive about that. I haven't researched it a whole lot. So we took it out to the range. We ran 50 rounds through this gun. And I'm going to tell you what, that may not sound like a lot, but for a little pocket pistol Derringer, 2 shots each time, 50 rounds is a lot of rounds. We had planned on doing more, but well, we'll go over that in just a minute as well. Out of all the rounds we ran 20 22 long rifle, 10 22 mag, 10 25, and 10 32. Actually, I had to go buy a 32 just to shoot it. Out of all of them, the 22 mag seemed to have the most kick in it. I don't know what that is. I don't know if it was the bullet or the gun, but the 22 mag seemed to kick harder. And the smoothest running round that we ran through it was kind of surprising. It was the 32. You know, I thought it was going to be 22 long rifle, but it wasn't. The 32 seemed to be the smoothest. You know, gave it the smoothest operation anyways. Noticed some stuff kind of wrong with the 22 long rifle. First off, any round you put in there in any of the barrels is real tight. I mean, it's insanely tight compared to like the NAA revolver or the double tap or any of the other pocket pistols we own. Been on a pocket pistol kick lately. They are hard to get in and out. And the 22 long rifle, the top cylinder on it is actually kind of hard to load and unload. The bullet extractor actually gets stuck. The case extractor, whatever, actually gets stuck, and don't want to push out the 22 long rifle out that top cylinder for some reason. So the 22 long rifle, this cylinder here is a whole lot tighter than any of the other ones, and this one, you know, is about the same as the rest of them. So that was just an issue I had, was unloading 22 long rifle out of it. Another problem, and this is why we planned on running 20 rounds of each, so we planned on running 80 rounds through this gun. The trigger is extremely heavy on this gun. From what I understand, that's a safety feature, but there's such thing as too much safety. There's a safety on the gun, so really, you know, the heavy trigger is just a redundancy, and it's insanely heavy. Like, it could be hard to shoot. Just way too heavy. I didn't like the trigger at all on it. And I'm not a trigger snob. You know, I've shot the Taurus Curve, the double taps. A lot of smaller pocket pistol style guns have stiff triggers, and I understand that. This one is insanely stiff. It got to the point to where my trigger finger never hurts when we go to the range. Never gets worn out. I can pull that trigger all day and never have a problem. After 50 rounds through this gun, my knuckle actually started hurting from where I was bending it to press back into the trigger. I actually found myself at some points pressing it with the tip of my finger just to get more. Do it like that, it's kind of hard to pull that trigger. It has been safety checked, by the way. I don't keep my guns loaded when they're stored. And I found myself having to use the tip of my finger to shoot it. I mean, it is just insanely tight. And you seen what I did there. I had to wrap around just to bring it in early in the morning. My hands are weak early in the morning, but I'm not a weak guy, and that trigger is just insanely heavy. That's why we ended up only running, after we ran 20 rounds of 22 long, and I was already having problems out of it. We just ran 10 rounds of everything else, just to get the shooting out of the way. This isn't a gun that I want to take to the range ever again. I'll put it like that. It's not a gun that I would want to depend my life on either. I'll just say that. I wouldn't want to do that with any Derringer, but there are certain, pocket pistol type guns that make a good backup gun, like the double tap. I love the double tap. And the trigger's not great on it either. It's just not super heavy like this one. And it's heavy. Not the trigger, but the gun itself is heavy. It's about as much weight on this gun as the double tap is loaded with 4 rounds. So I could have 4 rounds of 9mm in that gun and have 2 rounds of 22 long rifle in this one, and this one will probably be heavier than the double tap. It's a heavy little gun. Not a deal killer with me. Let's see, I had some notes here. Make sure I got everything. I think I got everything. Biggest problem I have with this gun, and I don't know if this says more about buds or more about Kodiak arms, but I'm assuming it's Kodiak arms. Although buds really should catch that stuff before they send it out. If you look at this gun, and I'm not sure if the camera's going to pick it up or not. Look at that hole. It's chipped up all the way around it real bad on that handle scale. That's just horrible. Brand new gun. And I noticed it before I ever ran around through it. As soon as I pulled it out of the box and the sunlight hit it, I noticed it. This one almost looks cracked. Right on the top, right here. Let's see if it's going to pick that up for me. Yeah, there we go. Looks cracked right there. Look how horrible that looks, man. And this is the good side. This side's even worse. So I don't know if it happened at Bud's in their storage or if it was sent from the factory like this. I do believe it's definitely something Bud should have caught. I wouldn't have accepted the gun if I'd have noticed that in the pawn shop. I would have just told him send it back and have him send a new one. Still not a deal breaker though. I still like the gun. The trigger is way worse than the fit and finish. I think it's a cool little collector piece, and I'm going to keep it. I'm not going to get rid of it. But I found out you could buy the scales for like $12-13 a piece, so I'm just going to order a new set for it. And I think they have it in Coco Bolo, and that is what my Rough Rider's in, and I like that wood on black. I like that, the look of Coco Bolo wood on black. I think it looks good. So I think I'm going to order those just like this and make it match. I think that would look good. Even with that, semi-gloss. It doesn't have to be glossy like this to have that wood and make it look nice. So I think we're going to go ahead and order some new scales for it. No big deal. And then we might order a set of the mother of pearl. They're cheap enough. Because I do like it. I wanted the mother of pearl handles on black. I thought it looked good. It looked like an old cowboy gun. And that's what I wanted. So I may order a set of each and just see if they come from the factory chipped up like that. Because that was insane. All the bad I have to say about this gun, I'm still going to buy the big bore kit. Enough said. I liked it enough that I think it was worth the money I spent on it. I think it was right around $300 to $350 for this kit, something like that, somewhere in that price range. If you just buy the Derringer by itself, 22 mags, like $120. You can get 9mm, and it runs about 150 to 170 before your FFL, so it's going to be closer to 200 after your FFL and shipping and everything. So about $350 is what I paid for this with the FFL, and I got 3 extra barrels, so I'm happy with it. I thought it was cool. I wanted the Bond arms is what I wanted, and Fat Man had one of these, and I was looking at it in his video. I liked it, so I went and looked online and hunted them down and found somebody who sold the standard kit, the standard bore kit. Like I said, that was Bud's. They have them all, and actually they can't keep these in stock. As soon as they get them within a day, they're gone. So I put it on my wish list, and as soon as one came up, I went ahead and put a deposit on it so they would hold it for me, and picked it up. And I do like it. So even with all the bad I said about it, I'm still going to buy the big bore kit. I think it's a cool little piece. It's more of a novelty, less of a self-defense gun, more of a novelty, but I still like it. I like novelty guns. I think I've proven that in past videos. So cool little gun. Just needs to they need to step up their fit and finish, or their quality control over at Kodiak Arms, something like that, or at Bud's, whatever, one or the other. That's going to be it for this one. Thanks for watching, YouTube.